Now, there's literary correlations and tie in to how Antarctica surrounds our six continents in a circle, and how even iconography literary explains that there are habitants beyond that circle. Iconography symbolism leads to how you can ascend to heaven alive here on earth. Now, let's read about it and check out the symbolism. The iconography of the earth refers to the visual symbols and representations used to depict the planet Earth, often including a globe-like shape, a circle with a cross intersecting it, representing the four cardinal directions, or a stylized image with continents outlined, signifying the world as a whole and its different landmasses. It can also encompass associated colors like blue for water and green for land, depending on the context. Key points about Earth iconography. Standard symbol. The most common astronomical symbol for Earth is a circle. All right, let's continue. Let's begin by explaining what the word iconography literally means. It comes from the two Greek words meaning image and writing. Together we get image writing. So the word iconography conveys the idea that an image can tell a story, but the story of the iconography of an image is actually more complex since it involves understanding the specific culturally constructed symbols and motifs in a work of art that can help us to identify the subject matter. To identify the symbols, you have to be familiar with their culturally specific meaning, as in you need to be in the know about agreed upon conventions. The iconographic approach is not particularly interested in the form of style of an artwork. Earth symbol. A variety of symbols or iconographic conventions are used to represent Earth, whether in the sense of planet Earth or the inhabited world, or as a classical element. A circle representing the round world with the rivers of Garden of Eden separating the four corners of the world, or rotated 45 degrees to suggest the four continents, remains a pictographic convention to express the notion of worldwide. The current astronomical symbol for the planet are a circle with a intersecting cross and a globus cruciger. Religious cartography. In addition to aiding in geographic navigation, scientific observation, and political demarcation, maps serve a narrative, almost novelistic, function. As the eye glides effortlessly over foreign and familiar landforms and across, get this, once seemingly boundless seas. The cartographer's craft is capable of leading the map reader on, get this, fantastic imaginary voyages, allowing one to see far beyond her own limited scope of vision. Panoptic maps depicting cities, nations, and the world itself implicitly entreat the viewer to assume the role of an all-seeing, omnipotent deity. Wow. This divine vision is exhibited most explicitly through religious cartography, in which physical features observable by the human eye are but supplemental to the greater cosmological imagination. Wow. So we gotta keep reading now. This exhibit invites you to embark on an imaginative journey on your own through a limited curation of religious inflected cosmological maps from South Asia to East Asia and Europe. Explore Jain and Buddhist cosmographs that share spatial features appropriated from the earlier Brahmanical cosmological narratives. Pass through the Chinese Silk Road outpost of Dunhuang, where local clerics produced a map of the Buddhist cosmos, annotated with references from a complex philosophical treatise. Encounter Jesuit missionaries' attempts to assert cultural and religious superiority over their Chinese hosts through Western cartographic advances. Wow. Uncover the more sublime manifestations. Yeah, let's keep reading about that. Jesuit missionaries attempt to assert cultural and religious superiority over their Chinese hosts through Western cartographic advances. Uncover the more sublime manifestations of the Christian cosmological imagination in Europe before concluding the journey with the 18th century Japanese monk Hotun's Buddhist world map, which integrates elements of Indic, Buddhist, European, and Jesuit cartographic traditions, resulting in one of the most unique and imaginative maps ever produced. Now, what this just said was Christian Jesuits forced and imposed a different view of the world map that we use. Before the Christian Jesuits, Earth was always predicted in this circle with habitants beyond that circle. And the Jesuits changed the cartography of that. Like the rest of the planet in the solar system, mankind did not begin to view the Earth as a moving object in orbit around the sun until the 16th century. Earth has often been personified as a deity, in particular a goddess. In many cultures, Mother Goddess is always portrayed as a fertility deity. Cartographic symbolism. It's so blatant how they use this for that symbolism in this definition of this word. Okay, let's read. There's a moment of silence, then Diana raises her bracelets and smiles. Now, from 1,000 Amazon women throats, a mighty cheer raises to the heavens. And on Mount Olympus, 5 goddesses now joy. How can even the best of us succeed where the gods dare not go? Now that's deep right there, because I'm showing y'all where matriarchs are and how men dare not go there. And so the queen pulls her cloak around her and snivers near Apollo's son. Iconography, the traditional and conventional images or symbols associated with a subject, and especially a religious or legendary subject. Pictorial material related to or illustrating a subject. The imagery or symbolism of a work of art, an artist, or a body of art. Last slide. Earth sign has a variety of meanings. Although it does not refer to a mythological god, the most popular view is that the circle with a cross in the middle represents the 4 main compass points. It has been interpreted as the globus cruciger, an old Christian symbol for Christians' reign on earth. Wow. This symbol is not just limited to Christianity, though, because it was stolen. And it has been used in various cultures around the world. These include, but are not limited to, Norse mythology, where it appears as the solar or Odin's cross, Native American cultures, where it typically represents the 4 spirits of direction and the 4 sacred elements, the Celtic cross, the Greek cross, and the Egyptian Ankh. In fact, perhaps owing to the simplicity of the design, cross-shaped incisions have made appearances as petroglyphs in European caves dating all the way back to the beginning of the Upper Paleolithic and throughout prehistory to the Iron Age. Now, both times mentioned, the Paleolithic and the Iron Age, were times that matriarchs oversaw the earth and left this circle symbolism.